Transmog, the true endgame of the MMORPG genre for most people, including myself. Today, I want to talk about what kind of UI system Ashes of Creation needs to have for Transmog and dies. Let's get into it. I want to talk about a Transmog system that in my opinion does it very well, World of Warcraft's Transmog and UI system. In WoW, the UI is very simple to understand and to use for new players. The way the system works is when you loot any piece of gear or weapons in the game, and it's your appropriate armor/weapon specialization, it goes into your collection library. If the item is BOE, then you must equip the item first to unlock its cosmetic in the library. You do not need to hold on to the item once it's in your cosmetic library. Looking at the UI itself, it is very easy to use and to understand. There are all of the armor pieces individually to look at, and once you click on any piece, you will see what items you have collected so far and which ones you have not. As a Transmog hunter, this is very good to have in-game. Other MMOs don't have a UI to look at which gear pieces you have or haven't collected yet. The WoW Transmog UI also shows you armor sets for your classes as well. When you hover over a piece you haven't collected yet, the item shows which bosses drop that item. So if you still need a piece from a set, you just look at which boss it's from and go kill that guy when you have a chance to earn that item. Once you have some armor pieces collected in your library, you can start mixing armor pieces together and make your own Transmog set for your character. In WoW, you can even save your special Transmog set as a template and start a new design over. Also, just to mention that you can access this Transmog UI by visiting an NPC in any major city. In my opinion, WoW does Transmog very well and very simple with an in-game library of all the armor and weapon pieces you can start to hunt and collect. The only downside to this system is there is no dye system to complement it. You are stuck with whatever colors the pieces are, which is fine, but having more customization is always a good thing. Now, by saying all of that, I don't want Ashes of Creation to completely have the same requirements as WoW does to earn a piece of gear in the collection system library. I want to discuss what I would change to best fit this system into Ashes of Creation while fitting in this new world and Transmog to collect. I guess let's ask the question right out the start. Will Ashes of Creation have a proper Transmog system in their game? Well, according to the Ashes of Creation wiki, gear will have appearance slots that are used to copy the appearance of an item. There are rules when applying cosmetics to a specific item, unlike costumes, which don't have level restrictions. Now, because the Alpha 2 isn't out, we can only speculate on the rules. I wanted to make my own to see what you guys think and maybe even give your own ideas to how you would like the Transmog system in Ashes of Creation to be. The very first thing I would like to see is a nice UI to look at all of the craftable armor and weapon pieces, as well as the pieces that can drop from monsters in Ashes of Creation. Here is what I would change compared to WoW's Transmog library, where you can see everything. The UI would have all of the armor and weapon slots to look at, but the only thing it would show you is how many pieces of that armor slot are available to unlock, and every piece would be black with question marks over the piece. So, you know that there are 179 bracers in Ashes of Creation, but you can't see what they look like or where they drop from, as your character either interacts with a profession person or kills mobs that drop gear. You will start to unlock what certain pieces may drop from or craft from depending on what you discover in-game. Doesn't mean you unlock the Transmog, it just means you unlocked it in your library and now you can see where that item comes from. The other thing I would change compared to WoW is to make Transmog into one of the existing professions, like enchanting. I don't want to have an NPC to visit in Vera to look at my Transmog. I'd rather talk with a person that has the enchanting profession with the transmogrification system unlocked. One thing that Ashes people might be aware of is its storage space and its bag space is going to be quite limited. So being able to have common, uncommon, rare, and epic items be unlocked in your Transmog library might be hard to do if you're talking to a leveling enchanting person. Again, just to make this clear, these are my own rules and Ashes of Creation may not do any of this. However, I'm just putting in my 2 cents about this because I'm very passionate about Transmog and player customization. Let's just say you have a pair of uncommon boots and want to unlock the appearance in your Transmog library. You have to seek out an enchanter who just unlocked the Transmog system. There might be an 80% chance that he can extract the appearance of the item to unlock in your Transmog library. However, there is also a 20% chance the item will be disenchanted. In the beginning, there will be risk versus reward to unlock that appearance. I think if something like that was in Ashes of Creation, people might just wait to unlock appearances in their Transmog library for endgame, or maybe until an enchanter raises their enchanting level high enough to where the items won't be deleted. In my opinion, I would want high-end enchanters to unlock common, uncommon, and rare items with a 100% chance rate without that gear being deleted. For epic items to unlock their appearances, I think having an 80% chance to be unlocked without having the item disenchanted would be great in my opinion. The game is risk versus reward after all. Also, every appearance that is unlocked by your main character should be unlocked account-wide for all of your characters to use just at the appropriate level. Just to note, each item should have a level requirement to be put on the character, so the same goes for the appearance. If you've unlocked a rare 42 level chess piece, you shouldn't be able to apply that appearance before the level of 42. I think I can speak for everybody that we don't want level 1 players to be looking like endgame raiders. Let's talk about the die system in Ashes of Creation real quick. In the wiki, there doesn't seem to be a profession associated with the dies. I think alchemy suits dies just fine, I think. There are 3 different die types: simple, mordant, and extraordinary die. Dies are a one-time use item that apply a cosmetic color change on a certain dyeable item. Only one die can be used per dyeable item. A player is free to use different dies on different dyeable items. Final Fantasy XIV has a pretty nice die system with many color options. The only issue I have is that they sell dies in the Final Fantasy cash shop. I would rather earn those colors in-game before spending real money on color changes personally. So, with having a robust Transmog system with a clean, simple UI, account-wide appearance unlocks, professions attached to Transmog and dies, dyeable gear equals more player customization and more player choice. What are your thoughts about the ideas I had on the Transmog and dies? What would you change or make different about the Transmog system? Let me know down in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.